Good evening, good afternoon, and good morning. I'm Frisman. And today we get a quest straight away. This is gonna be great. Make the place look nicer. Build 3 decorations. Sure, we can do that. We can do that completely. So while I get that on the go, how we all doing? Lots of stuff. Not really happening, are happening for me. I did a busy couple of days at work, which has been kind of nice, but also kind of like just being busy, you know? Build one of those. Some lighting wouldn't hurt, but another one of those. I really should have waited on the decorations. What else decorations should we build? Flower arch? We could put that there. No. Can't build it there. Annoy someone on that. The size of it's weird. It's not what I want. I will put the wreath up there for now. I'll build those in due time. We need to make sure that you can eat food, so that's on the table. So we'll get all that done first. Not a bowl full of poop. Why would we give them that? Minced follower meat. No. I'll cook all these. So yeah, I've been keeping myself busy with work at the moment. Figuring a lot of stuff out as well, which is, I always love it, you know. Spending the time to learn new things. And remember old ones. Gaining ill, more faith, cool. Come to the cult, join us. And tend to the farms. So yeah, not really much has ended up happening, although there are a few things that I kind of I'm finding interesting, and it was a discussion again with some friends and stuff on just like some of the things that are just currently happening. Should we replace that? We should. Wood. The quest for wood is never ending. While they all do that, I'm going to make a move because they should be good for the rest of it. Now what do we need to do? We should go to the deep. And they're going to build the decorations. Yeah, I guess we're going to the deep. So I've been thinking with like a lot of stuff with work, and I've had to create like different reports and everything else as well to basically make stuff work. Ooh, harvesting bonus, that'd be pretty good. Further equal to our weapon damage and chance to get health. Nice. Take the axe and the random spell. Let's move. So yeah, I kind of think to myself, like, a lot of companies at the moment, I think, have reached that stage where so many of them have spent so much time people-pleasing that they're realizing it's not a great idea. And I saw the the idiotic stuff from Ubisoft. Oh, it was great. Your friend Ratau is the last vessel sent against us, sniveling coward. And there were countless before him, all equally pathetic and unworthy. Nothing humbles quite like disease. I cast a plague on your cult. Dude, that was not fair and not nice. But some of them like being sick, and you pick the people that didn't like being sick. That was great. Ooh, money. Yeah. You desire gold, take gold. Oh, you gave me more back. That's actually fine, it just means I can do it again at less of a cost. And then food, that's exactly what we wanted. And once more? Nah, we'll save some gold. But yes, I am petty. I know this thing doesn't like me doing it. But... however much. I should just steal stuff and leave. But yeah, like, how do I say, a lot of companies, not just game companies or anything else as well, have essentially been people-pleasing with hires and stuff where they... Ooh. Can't go and pop. Hello, Elam! Fancy seeing you here. Seeing you somewhere dangerous like this. I am Clunko, and this is Bop. We're off to our friend Rosal's place for a night, drinking, dicing. It's gonna be quite the party. We're telling the others to let me know what's going overboard with the betting. Last time I bet and lost my hand. Talk about overplaying your hand. So we got another person playing Knuckle Bones. We got to do that at some point because it unlocks some more stuff, and it'd be nice to get like everything on this game file overall. I'm gonna go back a room because back a couple of rooms. So it looks like at the exit. Oh, they built the decorations. How nice of them. Blows away. But yeah, like, so many companies have been virtue signaling and all that stuff, and being like, oh yeah, we're inclusive, we do all this, we do all that, and so on and so forth. Which it's nice that they can say those things in a sense, but what they've done, we should go this way because it's new, and I can get hops, or do we go for a follower, or just normal food? Do we need the wine though? No, not yet. So it's kind of pointless going there, although it would be nice. We want to get all the resources, so follower is kind of meh. I guess we'll go this way. So it's kind of hindered their like processes and everything else, because like believe it or not, what's happened with a lot of companies, like layoffs and stuff like that, because they want to increase profits and usual stuff that ends up coming up. I've noticed a lot of them lose a lot of skilled workers from this. So it's not necessarily the ones that, go with their outstanding performance. It's the ones that quietly get on with stuff and just basically keep everything functioning. And some of you that end up watching this are some of those people that you don't really say much, you don't really do much, but you get your job done, you get your job efficiently done without any troubles or problems. You're the people that ends up them being stupid enough to let go for any particular reason, because they don't know how valuable you are. And all they see is basically your cost to the business more than actually what you produce, because essentially you don't have a big mouth on you. You have a sense of humility. But it's kind of a double-edged sword, because you don't say anything or do anything like that's outstanding when it comes to layoffs and stuff like that. That's what ends up happening and stuff. So it's kind of like got to be kind of semi-loud and make sure people know what you do, which is pretty fair maybe you do anyway. But essentially that's what's happening, is like those people are getting gotten rid of that basically will spend their entire life basically working for a company in a good way and then never be rewarded for it. And then you normally get, the type of person that probably doesn't deserve promotions getting promotions for no apparent reason. I know America's a lot worse for it than the UK. But and there are other countries that kind of are in the same, not really in the same sort of boat, which is kind of hilarious because ouch. Because this like whole virtue signaling and everything else, which, you know, is something that like a lot of people end up going on about. Isn't it weird? It only seems to affect countries that speak English, like on a grander scheme of things, because no one else cares. Unless you're specifically targeting them with what you're doing in some way, shape or form, like what Ubisoft did. He was unlike the rest of his kin. For the others dealt with flux, chaos, famine, pestilence, war. Things which, in their consistency, must transpose. And yet he was the inevitable, the obstinate, and the irresistible. The one who waits. Truly particular, 'tis then seen his appendency to invite the novel and the new, break ancient vow and a primordial bond alike. Transitions stagnate and apprentices augment. Nonetheless, doubt tears faith asunder. That was Storytime by Hero. I do like the fists, they're just a little bit quicker. So the whole Ubisoft debacle I find absolutely hilarious. So, for those that may not know, or have seen it and just kind of want a refresher, so they released like an Assassin's Creed figurine, which in itself is funny because they've always, which is of a samurai and an assassin, essentially. But the big problem with it is they basically put a half Torii gate, which essentially is a representation of the atrocities caused by war. Like, regardless which side you're on, it makes no difference what ended up happening. The outcome is an atrocity. It is generally a horrible thing to have happen to any country, and for them it was the nuclear bombs being dropped on, I think it's Nagasaki? Yeah. But it wasn't the Hiroshima one. Sorry, my general history can be terrible at times if I got that wrong, and I do apologise. You know, being English kind of is a detriment to my species. Ooh, I would love the hammer, but no. I guess I'll go with the dagger then. So, and then for like the people that kind of maybe not quite understand why that's a bit of an issue, it's kind of like basically think of any tragic things happened in your own history, and then you have a symbol for that represents what that travesty means, and then imagine a game essentially using that for clout. Yeah, I mean, for us in the UK, it would be things like the Poppy and stuff like that, where, you know, we have our Remembrance Days and stuff as well. For America, there are probably very similar things, such as the no, he died, terrible. Things like Pearl Harbor, and which is kind of the same about, and also like Twin Towers and stuff. So having representations to those incidences is it's part of our history, regardless of what everyone says. So, like, there are going to be representations in places, but it's not the polite thing to do. And I just laugh because someone obviously thought of that design for that figurine, designed it, and was like, "Oh, this is great. This looks awesome, amazing." And no one did any research into actually if this could be construed in the incorrect way, or the wrong way, or anything. Like, you know, it's just, I find that hilarious to me, right? Get hit. I just don't understand, like, how did you let that go through? Abraham? He'll dive down. So it's kind of, to me, it's just kind of hilarious that supposedly a company that's meant to be virtue signaling and everything else as well, and trying to people please, essentially spent their entire time trying to pretty much offend an entire population, right? Because essentially that's what they did. Like, I generally mean it. Like they had to have gone like out of their way to muck this up as much as they did. Yeah, we take the stone. Why not? We can now get another commandment. And that's what I kind of find hilarious about it. It's like, for all their virtue signaling, like, the specific samurai from history they picked, and everything else as well, tends to this idea that they want to people please. And they put a lot of effort into trying to people please, but then they just make that slight mistake. In what they're doing in regards to like research and stuff like that, and now look at them. Now look at what's going on, right? Harvest. Thank you. Okay, you go rest. You wake up. Now go rest. And that's kind of the problem, right? Is kind of like, if they just put the amount of effort in they do to people please to everything else, it would have been all good, right? There wouldn't be any problem. We wouldn't have any of these issues. There wouldn't be anything wrong with what was going on, because they would have done their research and done everything properly. And now it's just kind of, to me, just hilarious that all their hard work and everything else was completely undone because, essentially, of them being very silly about the matter. Thank you. Ooh, unlawful. But can be pets. My dude, you can be pet. That's amazing. Yeah, I guess you'll do that. I need to upgrade the farms as well. That's the other thing I need to do. But yeah, I mean, it's kind of, we've got a skull. We can get Weber if we bury him. another follower to add to the cult. I'm spending a lot of my time tidying. We need to get a... Ooh. Nature's necklace from that, randomly. Come back here. Morsel, food. I need to do that as well, where I can cut the, all the other stuff. So yeah, so to me it's just kind of funny because it's kind of like we all know a person that basically tries to people please everyone. I mean literally everyone, but in doing so they offend someone else with what they're saying, and then they're stuck between a rock and a hard place. Because if they admit they were wrong, they have to admit that they were just trying to people please, or if they don't admit what they were wrong, they risk still offending people, and if they do admit what they were wrong, they risk offending other people, or stuff like that, and it's just kind of hilarious. My stuff like that is like, I will enjoy playing those sort of games. Absolutely great fun. I'm a mean person when it comes to debates, because I like knowing my facts, if I can get them. You know, so if I don't know something, like, I will go and look it up again and double check my data and make sure. And when I say something, and if I'm not too sure if I'm correct, I will say it. Like, I'm not sure if I am correct, but I will fact check it later and make sure. And then, you know, I will issue my apology, and, like, you know, generally if I'm correct. But the general statement will be fine. It'll just be I might be missing on some of the minor detail stuff. One person needs to sleep. Who's the one person who needs to sleep? You need to sleep, so go and sleep, dude. One person's ill. Ooh, we get the divine inspiration. Okay, what do I want then? What do I want? A harvest totem. That'd be pretty good, actually. And they can harvest themselves. But not at the moment. I mean, that's pretty fine. A crypt, though, probably is a good idea. Yeah. Have a place we can put our followers that are no longer with us, shall we say. And I think we should build that now. And let's do our sermon and everything else, shall we? Blessings to you, children of the one who waits. But it's always the way, though, isn't it? Like, a big company like that will do everything it possibly can do and then trip on a minor detail, which is what I find funny. Possessions, let's go. Materialistic trait. You'll gain faith better when sleeping, better sleeping quarters. Also gain the false idol trait to gain more faith when placing decorations. Nah, belief in the materialistic. So when we upgrade the buildings for the sleep, we'll be doing really well. That is the plan. And rituals. I need to do this, don't I? I don't have enough shrooms. That is terrible. But we can ascend a follower. We will do that. There is one person among us that is very old. Yeah, we're all happy. Meat fell from the sky. So again, this is this game is what I was saying, where it's like games tend to play a very similar way to others, yeah. We're going to build a wally pit for this. Ah, you've got a mission for me. What's the mission? The Elegus is a spy sent for an enemy called to undermine your power. Speak to them to see what they have to say for themselves. Okay. Are they a spy? He's cynical. Doesn't seem to be. Already it started and began. My problem is like I probably play these so intermittently that I will get a spy and I will not know who they are. And then everyone else will be like, oh, it's this person. Barry. Weber! All the special event stuff. From Don't Starve, believe it or not. I probably should do some of the stuff for that on the channel. Probably be nice and interesting. Although I'm always terrible at the game. So, interesting enough, what's Weber got on this? Germaphobe. Doesn't mind more than one spell, it's pretty good. Skeptic. Will never starve, which is his own unique trait. Not bad. Pretty good Weber this time around. I had a Weber before, and what ended up happening is I wanted to keep him alive, but he had the trait that he only worked at night. Oh, it was so frustrating. Oh, we've got all the other main stuff done. Let's go and do a... Well, I say we'll go and do a run. But first of all, before we do that, we'll cook up a storm. And then we'll finish off with one last run. Yeah, now you get 2 runs in this video. Believe it or not. I just felt like doing another one, to be honest. I should have waited until I ate that stuff, shouldn't I? Because I feel like I just lost all the food that I put on the floor. I think that's the only thing I kind of worry about this game. No, they will eat it. Cool. And the faith. Take my devotion. It's all mine. Let us go. And we'll see if we've defeated the boss. That is the plan. That'll be the plan. And then we can at least hopefully unlock the path to defeat this one. Erupt damage, attack speed, reveal the map, and that is such a good start. I like that start. I just get an instant map. So I know exactly where I need to go. Poisonal enemies. Thank you. Don't get poisoned. I do have a chance to get a heart, which we didn't even in the last run, so I don't know we'll get one this one. Like 10% chance seems like nothing. And that was a tough room. We're really sweating over here. But yeah, I find it just kind of like I find it funny that the people pleasing has backfired on them. Oh really? Again? Seems you cannot be stopped by disease or hunger, and he sends you back from death. Stronger each time. Please know, it was not my idea to cast out the Red Crown. The other bishops, my siblings, the blind, the blame lies with them. Please, I beg of you, spare me. Kill Shimura, but do not send me to my death. Do not send me to him. You will not find my temple. I will be safe there. Yes, I will be safe. Will you now? Because I do not think so. That's right, we're going to do a chain reaction here, although it wasn't that cool. I like that room when it all goes up all at once, you know? But yeah, I always find it hilarious when stuff that people tend to try and do to try to people please backfires massively. And then they get stuck in a very awkward position where it's just like whatever they say doesn't work out. I mean, companies like this always backs in back. Like it's a point now where they're too big to fail because they're a cornerstone of like so many different things. So if they were to fail, it would be like a, you know, a big gaping issue that would end up appearing. Cotton. Can't do much with the cotton right now, though. But wood and food. I guess we're going food route. I could have got like 2 stone, but like I should be alright with stone at the moment. The sword, probably the worst weapon in this game because it's so basic. Which I find absolutely hilarious. Like, the basic weapon is just not that great. Yeah, give me one of those. Thank you, cat. And HP. Oh, I should be looking to do that now as well. That's the other thing I should be doing. So we could go to the heart, but I don't need hearts. Blimbo! When a closer look, the finest antiquities in the lands of the Old Faithland. That's right. As long as Miss Ships float in. Blimbo's open for business. If this wets the whistle, come down to Miss Sanctuary. Plenty of fine, legally acquired goods. Ha-ha! Could have got them the whole kind of like pirate thing, but I thought, maybe that's a bit too much. But yeah, I'm kind of interested in like what's going to happen with like all this stuff and everything else, because eventually stuff will like bounce back, and then we'll be in sort of a new kind of a new era of what's going to happen, where companies actually start putting their profits above trying to please people in the short term and try and actually please people in the long term. Like, I always found it baffling, like, genuinely. If I ever get employees in the future, or anyone else that I end up working with that I basically end up paying their pay, there are 2 things that I will always do. One is always promote training and success, regardless if you end up losing that staff member. Because that's how you get good word of mouth around that your place is good to work for. Like, if someone comes to your company, or comes into the company, and then develops all the skills they have in the wrong way, I will just poison this. But if they come into a company and they develop the skills that they currently have, right, then when they leave, they're going to be a better person for it, which is great, because, you know, they're going to be more successful in their own career. But it also builds business connections. Like, I think that's what a lot of companies have forgotten these days, right? So, beforehand you'd find, especially in other... Oh, I've got this one, have we? you find that companies would build relationships with other companies by either raising someone up to basically move into those companies, which happen quite a lot, or they do end up some way to try and join two companies together, like a partial takeover. Other countries just do it through like marriages and stuff like that, where those sort of things are still kind of done. Normally selling their daughter off to the head of another company or the son of another company. Still happens in this day and age, you know. It's not surprising. But like, you could train someone up, send them across to, basically when they leave they go to a different company, they're going to have a good memory of working for you, at which point, like, if they get high up into the company, that's just a benefit to you, in a way. Like, you've already created a rapport with them, you've already developed all their skills and stuff. They're going to be thankful to you in some way, shape or form. No one's completely heartless, which gives you the opportunity to create basically a business opportunity with them. So why wouldn't you? I will take the Bane Axe. The hammer is not a very good weapon. Well, it is. Actually, it is for me. I got the attack speed bonus, and I could have gone with the hammer. My bad. But yeah, it's kind of interesting. Right? And like, yeah, okay, you can lose staff members by training and spending time with them up anyway. But in the short term, by not doing what you're doing, you're just doing the exact same thing, and then you get bad reputation as well, right? Especially with the way the current your relic, beast. I see the Chamek sustains herself still. Though creation begets destruction, as nature demands. Hatched we were we, in the bosom of the last of the first gods, to bestow godly instruments, yet never wield them ourselves, as nature demands. Someplace I feel darkness, some of me now in the belly of some great beastie. And though our bones, laughter, seek this relic in this place. The belly of the beastie, eh? I like the axe. Take the cleansing fire here. So we can find his relic now as well somewhere. The belly of a beast, eh? I'm gonna complete the rooms because it gives me gold and stuff, so I'm like, well, why not? Right. But yeah, like, in this day and age now, where people are kind of more or less okay with job hopping, right? Like, I've done it. I've gone through a phase, and, you know, there are debates whether I still will do it, and it will depend if I'm feeling undervalued. My pay discrepancy isn't... Oh, that's just way too good. Is not worth what I should be worth. Like, those things are things that will cause me to go, yep, we need to change stuff. Beelzebub. So, it is on the list, like. I'm taking all the hits, you know. I do not care about the hits I take. Beelzebub, join the cult. Welcome. And food. Oh, cauliflower seeds, gotta grow those, so that's fine. And there we go, we can return to the cult. Not bad for a day's worth of work, eh? We've got 2 mini bosses down. We fixed the cult up, we built some new things, we completed some quests, we got Weber. That's the big thing, we got Weber. Well worth it. And I will leave it there. So again, if you do enjoy these videos, do leave a like, subscribe to see more. and I'll see you all in the next one. Take care.